Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. So in this video, I am explaining multiple concepts that are related to Python. First, I'm going to explain for loop, how you are going to use for loop with a list. Next, I will explain in and not in operators. After that, I will explain two more additional concepts, that is multiple assignment trick, how to do multiple assignment, and also lastly, I'm going to explain augmented assignment operators. So total four concepts I'm going to explain in this video. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. To get the notification of my new videos, please click the bell icon. So please don't forget to share the video with your friends, and please don't forget to like the video. So your support is very much necessary. So please support by subscribing. So let me begin the explanation. So now this is the for loop. So this is the code for a for loop. So a for loop repeats the code block one for each value in a list or list like value. Now this for loop can be used, the same for loop can be created using a list. Here for I in range of 4. So it is going to print the value up to 3. Last value 4 won't be considered. So I, what it will do, it will take the value one by one. It will print the value of I up to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, this is the general for loop. Instead of that, I can use a list in the for loop. So, for loop can be used with lists. How to do that? See here. So, a common Python technique is to use range. Instead of using some value, what I can do, I can pass the length argument of the list to a for loop. Using that, I can iterate over the indexes of a list. How to do that? See here, simple example I am going to explain. Here I am creating a variable supply, and then I am going to assign my list value to the variable supplies. So my list contains these values like a supply, like pens, staplers, flamethrowers, binders. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating a list of supplies, and I'm assigning the list value to the variable supplies. Now I want to print this supplies one by one. So what I can do, if it's a regular for loop, what I can do, I can pass a value to the range function if it's a regular for loop. So how many values are I can pass here? 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. That means 4, 0, 2, 3, 4. So I can pass 4, value 4 here. Instead of doing like this, what I can do, using a string function, I can using a length function, I can pass a list as an argument. See, for I in range, length of supplies. Instead of directly writing it as 4, what I am doing, I am passing the list as an argument. How I am doing this? By using a length command. See, length of supply means what? Length always returns the value. How many number of values are there in the list? Length always returns how many number of values in the list. So in supplies, how many values are there? 4 values are there. So length of supplies is equivalent to the value 4. Getting my point? So because 4 values are there. So exactly this is same. Exactly this is same for loop you are creating here also, but the only difference is you are using length of supplies. Indirectly it is taking the value 4 only, because the supply contains 4 elements, length of supplies will be 4. Now very simple. Now you can print one by one. So index 0, string of I is what? I value. First initially I value will be 0, right, in for loop, then it will be incremented to 1, 2, 3, like that. So it will take that value, index values, updated index value in string of I, and it's going to print I supplies. So supply of I is what? Supply of 0. First will be supply of 0. What is the supply of 0? Pen. Next supply of 1. What is that? Stapler. Next supply of 2. Flamethrowers. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of giving the direct value as 4, I can use list value, right? I can use a length function to get the number of elements in the list, and I can pass that as a argument instead of directly writing the value, right? I can do that and I can print like this. Okay, so you can use list in for loop. That is possible. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubt in the comment section. Okay. Next, the in and not in operators. Very simple, as the word suggests. In operator will check whether the element is present in the list. Not in operator will check whether the element is not present in the list or not. So we can determine whether value is there, or we can determine whether value is not there in the list. So I will just and if element is there or if element is not there, in both the cases your output will be boolean. So what is the meaning of it? If element is there, it will print true. If element is not there, it will print false. Okay, if element is there, it will print true. If element is not there, it will print false. See, just see the example. So it will check in this list. This list contains the words like hello, hi, howdy, hey, us, like that. It is checking whether howdy is in the list. Is it? Yes, howdy is in the list. It will print the output as true. Next, it is creating one more list, and then same list, and it is assigning the list to the variable spam. Now, cat in spam, whether cat is present in the variable spam that contains the list? No, false. It will print it as false. Or else directly you can search the word in the list, or else you can create the variable, you can assign the value as a list as a value to that variable, and you can check also using a in operator. For example, howdy not in spam? False, because howdy is there in the spam list. So in this way, it will check whether it is there, your element is there or not. If it's there, it will print true. If it's not there, it will print false. Okay. So this is the program to check whether it will ask you to enter the pet name, your pet name, and it will check whether the name of your pet is not, whether the name of the pets is there in the list or not. For example, see, so I'm creating a list, my pets. So I'm storing the pet names, three pet names here: Zoofy, Puka, Fat Tail. So it will ask me to enter a pet name. So it will ask me to give the input. That's why I'm using input function. When I give the input, that will be stored in the variable name. Now it will check if the name not in my pets. So it will check in this list whether the name what I entered, whether it is there or not. So suppose if I enter fat tail, it is there, right? If it is there, it will print that the name of the pet. When it's check, when it checks the list, if name is not there, it will print I don't have a pet name. So here I'm using not in operator. Here in this example, in operator, it will check whether it is there or not. Not in operator, reverse. Okay. So hope you are understanding the concepts, right? Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section. Okay. Next, multiple assignment tricks. What is a multiple assignment trick? The multiple assignment trick is a shortcut that lets you assign multiple variables with the values in a list in one line of code. That means, in simple words, I can write multiple variables values in a single line of code. For example, see here I'm creating a list cat that contains flat, black, cloud, three values, and size is equal to cat of 0, color is equal to cat of 1, disposition is equal to cat of 2. So total three variables, separate variables I am creating. So instead of that, using a multiple assignment trick, you can write all these three variables in a single line. See, cat is equal to fat black cloud, it is same, exactly same as the previous case, but see, size comma color comma disposition is equal to cat. See, instead of writing separate variables in separate lines, so I can assign multiple variables with a value. See, I created multiple variables like size, color, disposition, and I assign the value cat to that multiple variables, that is size, color, disposition in a single line. So this is nothing but a multiple assignment trick. But there is a one more thing here. Instead of see what is that means, the length of the list must be exactly equal to the number of variables. So number of variables, how many number of variables are there here? 3. What is the length of the list? 3. So number of variables should be equal to the elements of the list. The element of the lists are also 3. The number of variables what you are using is also 3. Then only no problem, it will get executed. If the number of elements doesn't match with the number of variables, it is going to display the error. It's going to display the error. Okay, it will give value error. Okay, the number of variables should match with the number of values in the list. Okay, guys. See here what I did. Number of values in the list cat is how much? 3. Fat black cloud. How many values are there in this list? 3 values. But how many variables I try to use here? 4. See, size, color, disposition, name. So that is a error because the number of elements in the list is 3, but you are trying to use the one more extra variable name here, so it will display the error. Okay. So next last thing, augmented assignment operators. So when assigning a value to a variable, see the example here. You can assign a value to a variable in both of the ways. This is the first way and this is the second way. In first way, you can see you have created a variable spam and you are assigning the value 42. So spam is equal to spam plus 1. Obviously it will print 43. You are adding one value to the your value, that is 42. So your output is 43. But here see, instead of writing spam is equal to spam plus 1, I can write it as spam plus is equal to 1. This statement is equivalent to spam is equal to spam plus 1. So spam is equal to spam plus 1 is same as spam plus is equal to 1. So this is nothing but a augmented assignment operator. Instead of in the first way, instead of writing this as a spam is equal to spam plus 1, you can write it as spam plus is equal to 1. That is possible. So the same technique not only used for the addition operator plus, it can be also used for other operators as well. See, for minus also, for star also, for division also, for modulus also, for every assignment statement you can use this augmented assignment operator technique. And not only that, this plus equals operator, this is augmented assignment statement, can also use it to do string concatenation and list concatenation and also string replication and list replication also. How to do that? See this example. I am creating a variable spam and I am storing a string hello, and I am using a statement spam plus is equal to word. Now what happens? What is the value in the spam? Hello. Now this operator will concatenate word to that string hello. So when you try to print it, see your output is hello world. So what happened here? So it concatenated the value word to the string hello that is present in the spam. In the same way, you can do the replication also. For example, I'm creating the back on variable here, and the back-on variable contains a string called Zophie. This is a list with a single element. Now if I use a star operator, star equals to 3 means Zophie, the list Zophie should be, sorry, yeah, the element Zophie should be repeated 3 times. See, Zophie. So the element Zophie is repeated 3 times and it's there in the list. This list contains 3 elements. Okay, so in this way, this augmented assignment statement can be used for string replication also, and it can be used for string list concatenation or string concatenation or list replication or string replication also. Okay, so that's it, guys. Hope you understood the concepts. Suppose if you have any doubts, please feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.